Okay. Well, I would like to have the light in my left eye, but whatever. I came into this without having quite an understanding of everything that needed to be put through with it. Like I feel like I'm starting again and just my I need to think about what I'm saying more. I'm just mimicking like my past self and what I've already done. I feel like my name has put a lot of pressure on to me to preach and become somebody from the Bible, but I'm not from the time of them writing all this. It was said that Jesus came from the slums, and that's how I feel about myself. I have a gangster side that I try and put away for the camera just because I know that I was influenced from what I've seen and throughout what I've listened to, and that definitely had an impact on who I've become. I just want to play the game. I really just want to play the game. But I had to step outside and go get something to eat. Apparently, Moses is supposed to be my brother, someone who could split seas. I had in my previous video, I had mentioned how I had a little experience and everything like that, and I walked with somebody that I would just put in my recollection recognition as Moses, even though he was just a truck driver, and really all it was just talking about life and trying to keep the conversation going while keeping in mind the points of where you're trying to get to, what's happening, and just making reactions on what's happening. I need to stop looking over to the side. I have this camera flipped while I'm looking at myself, so in the mirror, I'll fix like my unevenness. But looking at this, I probably compensate in the wrong direction. Absolutely. Here, let me see if I could transform this real quick. Oh, I'm gone. I'm back. Why did it why did it completely go off the screen? Where'd it go? Well, I'm nowhere to be seen. That's not good. Let me see if I can take the position back over here. Yep, there we go. There we go. Here, let's get that little alignment right there. I made a more stable platform for Ellen, by the way, don't worry. Not held up by no winter glove anymore. It's by books. I'm not really looking for charity. I would put up like a place for you to donate. Although that's like too much to do right now. Definitely too much to do. And I know that you guys aren't even sure what you're going to be investing in. So, yeah, neither am I. Honestly, looking at my view count and everything, I know that people are probably just here to try and be entertained. Like, they want to see the gameplay more than my face, which is, pretty truthful. Pretty truthful. I don't want to stare at my face for too long. Should I load up Rust? That'd be a fun one. I could put on the camera, but it'd lag. Like I'm so dead ass. Like if I have the webcam going while I play, it lags. Book. I need to find a better book. I was reading something else while I was on the road. I went on vacation and had an absolute blast. Absolute blast. I wish I could go back. I can't go back on my own without a 20-hour walk, and then I'd be stuck outside with no keys. So I've been trying to get away from all the background noise and everything. I had recorded some motivational videos and stuff I wanted to post, but I didn't feel quite comfortable showing myself being active. Active in the way of just like going on a run and talking to the camera and bringing up stuff. But you guys, well, I don't know if you've already heard about David Goggins, but I feel like there's better influencers than me to try and get people to have the willpower to have strength with where they're going and what they're doing. You know, nobody else is going to carry the boats for you. I just thought about beatboxing, you know. Uh, I used to listen to like Codfish. That was one of my inspirations, was to be a beatboxer. My microphone still isn't to the tier that I wanted to be at. I would throw a rap out there, but geez, am I uncreative? I mean, I'm creative, don't get me wrong, but the raps are more about the pathway and the story more than just having, insane breakdowns of the rhymes. I can rhyme and I could put some pretty creative stuff into there, but it all comes from different places, and I've had some pretty, how would I say it, pretty gnarly influences. I mean, if you want to hear me talk about smoking dope and, you know, I can't talk about the stuff that I've been through, because that put a negative record, and I need to talk about you. I need to bring other people into a pace of enjoyment rather than just listening to what I have to talk about, because at that point I'm just talking to you guys about myself instead of being creative about it. I mean, I could sit there and try and flex money, but that makes the people without money feel worse sometimes. I mean, with no money, you could sit there and listen to people talk about money and think about how you're going to have money. But if you're not doing anything to get towards it, then what's the point? It's just a live stream. Just a live stream. Get to see me in real action on phone. I'm not quite sure who my real allies are anymore, and I feel like I have hidden enemies, and I wouldn't know if I actually do or don't. Why would I keep track on where they are? I've made the worst enemies of others my friends. Wasn't the best idea, but whatever. Can't go back from now. Only move forwards. I hardly talk to anybody anymore. Just stuck here talking to myself. God will put you through times of isolation to help you grow and help you improve and become some more wise person, to understand that it may have been for a reason. Now, don't go purposely isolate yourself thinking that you're going to gain a bunch of hidden wisdom, like Patrick living under a rock isn't going to be smarter than SpongeBob flipping burgers. So I think Patrick is a little bit smarter just because he has fun with where he's at and has no issues with what's going on. He just goes out, has fun, plays around with his best friend, and goes back to watching TV. How long have I been live for? 10 minutes, 42. My brain definitely says some things that I am not quite understanding. I told myself I was gonna write down and have a more scripted video. A more scripted video. Trying to see what life will bring me. Even now that I have some money in my hands, I don't feel better. I mean, I feel way better than having no money, but I don't feel fulfilled and need to get a house. Need to get a house or like some land that I could build my house on. Place every plank hand by hand. I would take the time to do that, but I want to be a designer, but also someone who makes the right merchandise. I want people to pay for the products that I put up, knowing that it's going for a better cause than just my enjoyment. I'm suffering currently because I'm trying to create an entire business that seems almost incomprehensible, and every day that I step I feel like it's just floating through my hands because I don't have the tools close enough to put it into a form that you guys can visually see and then put your blessings towards. By the way, shout out Kirta, or however you say that name. They had left a comment saying shout me out in the next video, and I like completely skipped over it. I think I forgot about it and put a shout out towards a different guru. But that was just because he gave me just a little bit more inspiration towards putting myself in front of the world. If I do become rich and prosperous, I want people to see that like I didn't start from a bunch of money. I mean, I'm sitting here with the cheapest microphone stand that you could buy on Amazon and a microphone that's worth $40. You know, that skateboard back there isn't even mine. It was a hand me down. Very grateful, very grateful. Still a hand me down. That workout machine for my grandma. I can't tell if I'm doing the right thing or not anymore. I don't think you're allowed to smoke on camera, but I'm also not old enough to smoke, so whatever. I have a lot of videos and a lot of photos that I've taken that I haven't shared just because I judge the quality. I mean, you want to see the device that I'm starting my Instagram account on? Here. Oh, wrong side. Should have cleared my notifications, huh? about to be 3:33. But yeah. I keep looking over here just into a corner that has absolutely nothing in it. All that's there is a GoPro battery and a USB-C cord. USB-C cord.